Lesson of the day: Zululand and the Ingonyama Trust. So, I wanted some information about this. So what did I do? Google search. I know a lot of you are allergic to Google search. I think South Africans are the only people in the world, not all South Africans, but a lot of you who interact with me a lot. Actually, I should say most of the people who interact with me are anti-Google search and anti-English dictionary. I don't know why. Of everybody who I speak to in the world, you are the only ones. Maybe that's why our country is in such a mess. But anyway, so today I want to talk about the Ingonyama Trust, which is a trust that is the king of Zululand. He is the trustee of the trust. Now, I'm not going to go on about what a trust is. If you want to know what the meaning of a trust is, you can Google search it. If you don't want to Google search it, fine, stay ignorant. But if you're ignorant, then, okay, close your mouth and don't talk nonsense to other people because it's very irritating. Okay, right. So, what is the role of this Ingonyama Trust in Zululand? So this is it. The Ingonyama Trust Board, ITB for short, is the legal administrator of approximately 2.8 million hectares of land in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Okay? Who are the beneficiaries? The trust's primary function is to ensure the material benefit and social well-being of all individuals residing on the land. All individuals. Okay? Or customary law. The administration of the land is largely based on Zulu customary law. Based. Okay? It's just based on it. Land rights. Individuals already residing on the land and holding rights to occupy it cannot be evicted by the trust without legal justification. Okay? So they cannot just take you and throw you out. It has to be a legal process. Community involvement. The trust cannot dispose of land without the consent of the traditional authority or community authority consent. Okay? Again, they cannot just simply throw people out. The trust was established through legislation to transfer land from the former KwaZulu government to the trust for the benefit of the community. Okay? I don't have to explain that. Okay. Land reform. While the trust is the legal owner, the true and beneficial owners are the communities living on the land, as confirmed in the court ruling. So not the king is the beneficiary. No, it is the communities living on the land. So it's for the people. Okay, right. So that's the first thing I did. Next thing I did was, then I went to ask Google, can non-Zulus live on land which is managed by the Ingonyama Trust? Because, right, Zululand is managed by the Ingonyama Trust. So this is what Google said. Yes! Non-Zulus can live on land managed by the Ingonyama Trust, but their rights to occupy and use the land are subject to the trust's regulation and customary law. Make sense? The trust's legal mandate is to administer the land for the benefit of all members of the tribes and communities living on it. So tribes and communities, so colored community, whatever. Okay? Regardless of their ethnicity. Okay? That means it doesn't matter what race or ethnicity you are. Okay? Regardless. While the trust is the legal owner of the land, the true and beneficial owners are the people living on it. We've already said that. As confirmed by the South African court ruling. Okay, not by you here on TikTok telling me stories. It's the court ruling that said that. Okay, now. Then I wanted to see, because there are schools in Zululand, right? So I asked the question, can non-Zulus attend these schools? Because I wanted to see if they also racially discriminate. And this is what I said. I asked, can non-Zulus attend? It said, yes, non-Zulus can attend Sizabonge High School, because I researched Sizabonge High School in South Africa. South African schools are not restricted by language or ethnic background, and the South African Schools Act ensures compulsory education for all children between the ages of 7 and 15. This includes children of undocumented foreign parents, which I don't agree with, who are also eligible for admission without needing to provide identification. I don't agree with that, okay? The Constitution on South Africa also guarantees the right to education and prohibits discrimination based on gender and sex and race, okay? And then it further says, because then I asked, but can the schools racially discriminate? No, South African schools are legally prohibited from practicing racial discrimination. The South African Constitution and the South African Schools Act mandate a non-racial, non-discriminatory education system. While legal mechanisms exist to prevent and address discrimination, challenges related to inequality, poverty, and language persist in the education system. We all know that. Then, the South African Constitution, specifically Section 9, you can go look it up, prohibits unfair discrimination based on race, gender, or other grounds, which is race as well. The South African Schools Act of 1996 further solidified this principle, ensuring that all schools operate without discriminatory practices. Okay, I have to read fast because my time. Okay, then they also have hospitals there, so I wanted to see what rights do non-Zulus have to the hospital? Can they discriminate? And it says here about hospitals. South Africa's constitution guarantees the right to health care and prohibits unfair discrimination, including on the basis of race. However, these rights are not always fully realized in practice and inequalities persist. Because we know there'll be some verkrampte place you go to and then they'll say, oh no, this is whites only, or you'll go somewhere and they're like, oh no, we only coloreds here, something like that. Okay, but in the law that is not allowed. It is not allowed. The only discrimination I know is in how much you can pay. If you're rich, you can have a private hospital. Okay, addressing the issue of this discrimination in hospitals. Addressing racial discrimination in healthcare requires addressing systemic issues, promoting diversity and inclusion in healthcare teams, you see, and ensuring equitable access to healthcare for all. Okay, so is that the last thing? So based on what I just said there about the Ingonyama Trust, land that is managed by them, anyone can live there, anyone can go to school there, anyone can use their healthcare facilities. If they own land there, it's their land. It cannot just be confiscated. There has to be a process, okay, a judiciary process where they can decide whether you must give up your land or not. It's not just willy-nilly, oh, we want your land, we take it. So anybody who wants to talk rubbish about the Ingonyama Trust, about Zululand being like Orania, whatever, please. Again, if this doesn't make sense to you, if you're allergic to Google search, go and speak to an expert on these matters, especially like, oh, the other thing is, I actually looked, I forgot about that. I was just searching for property that I can buy in that area. There's property, and even as a colored, I can buy it. So I don't know what you people are talking about. I don't know what I just tried. I sent them, when the thing comes up and you can write your name and then ask question. I said, I'm a colored, can I buy land here? They said, yes, you can. Not land, I said, because there's a house there. They said, yes. So, do yourself a favor, go get expert advice. You can go to a real estate agent who deals with land properties. You can go to university lecturer who can maybe help you. Or someone that knows how to read, especially how to read English, because all these documents are in English. Or you get a good Google translator. Oh yeah, you're allergic to Google. That's a problem. You're allergic to Google and the dictionary. Oh well, you're just not going to know what the real thing is, and you're just going to go out there and talk your usual rubbish. So, I feel very sorry for you, but like I always say, I'll get over it. Cheers.